this is just the voices in my head, steady singing. Either way, I'm sitting fresh, I'm on the front stoop. New decoration on my fitted, it's some bird poop. It ran down the brim and landed on my Timbs. I tried to wipe it up, that shit left a scuff. Now I'm pissed because the birds even shitting on me. All these mosquitoes is biting and sitting on me. Like I must be the nigga to steal on. I hate everything about today, wish it was real gone. I really wanna go to sleep right now. I hate every bird that tweets right now. All mosquitoes go to hell right now. I slipped on a turtle shell right now.
Okay, what the fuck?
Joey, be careful. I see something crawling near us. It has lots of legs. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gotta be a spider. But wait, it's hairy. It's gotta be a tarantula.
Is a spider
Like all spiders, it likes to crawl. It stings its prey with venom. And that's no fun at all. Hey, what's going on? My name's Ben. Welcome back to Mint Potion. I'm working on more Nuren models every darn day that I can. I have a couple of bits of Greeble left, as you can see highlighted in this scene. Greeble is like that stuff that kind of fills out kind of surfaces, right? Like I have the floor over here in the dirt, which is a thing. We're listening to Susan Maskin, which I think I should just leave on. I forgot how hilarious this singer is. Ouch, ouch. Its bite can sometimes hurt. Careful, Joey. Yeah. Oh no, we could. I don't know. I've probably done my Croxy 200 playlist before, which only has about 120 tracks on it. I keep trying to add tracks to this playlist to work to and kind of chill with. Some of my favorite stuff on SoundCloud shows up in the Croxy 200, just because. But people keep taking tracks down, and so I can't just, I can't get to 200 most of the time. Also, I haven't really been listening to my stream lately. It's kind of become bloated, and SoundCloud's going out of style. So let's check out this person, Susan Maskin. Check it out. I'm going to listen to a lot of this today. It's actually really great. Might as well just go with it. I don't know how many tracks we have to work with. 638, boy. We are not running out of music today. Like, favorite, subscribe. Let's get on down. I don't even know what this is, but they're all little sketches. Often just great little jams. I have no idea where they come from or where they're going, but I'm going to switch it up. We have like, I don't know, some 20 channels auto-hosting us. I have to update our auto-host list to kind of get you guys back, because that is really kind of you. If you are in chat and you're just hanging there, if you're lurking, give me like a Keppa. I think it might be my favorite Twitch face. So I have, let's open up my scene real quick, and let's kind of get an idea of where we left off and where we're going. Really, that was it? Thank you. Alright, so fabrication plant test area. I think I cleaned up factory scene test. Let's open recent. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, that's right, test area. I was also working on the character base. I might actually finish that. But this kind of has like a little bit of a preview of things to come. This looks so much, they look so goddamn the same. Look at these things, right? We have new variants of arches. Yes. We have this guy. We're gonna get into the wonderful world of unwrapping. This looks like it was box unwrapped pretty poorly. But I think I might unwrap all of these things in the same scene so we can kind of make sure that everything that's in the same scene has the same pixel density. And by that I mean the size and shape of these squares. It doesn't look like this is unwrapped very well. I can look at my UV maps. If I hide the texture, you can see that this is kind of, it looks like spherically mapped. Pretty bad. The top seems to be kind of chopped off. But that's the process where in 3D you want to take your three-dimensional shape and unfold it and paint on it and apply other effects and materials to it. Like I said, I really want to limit the complexity and number of shaders that we have for Nuren, because we're going to be doing a lot of things. We want a lot of particles and materials and things to show up on screen. And it's better to have a few quality things that are pretty, affordable than
little by little we
What a perfect song. Co-star, 2-card, nightmare sequence, Stag-Dano. I'm like, Stang Dango? Who are you? NES Dude McPherson, Ghost Satellite. Ghost Satellite. Wow. Max James. Everybody, thank you so much for hosting us. I don't know if any of you are around to watch us today. I'm over here in chat. I'm gonna make an exclamation sound. We have a bot. If you say commands, then you can look at those things that our bot can do. I like rage flip, I think. It's pretty good. Let me know what commands you want to add to the thing. We have a Discord if you are a patron. It's a weird thing to paywall, but you know, a lot of what we're doing is open to the public. We just discuss from the people who are invested and interested, you know, would they like to see this thing next? And we develop that thing, we give it a shot. We're developing new and interesting smalls way to window. If anyone's around to check that out, that'd be cool. I'll let you know when it's coming around. If you do decide to become a patron, I will absolutely be the person who emails you and goes, hey, thank you so much. I really need to get my list out. I think let's do that tomorrow and kind of just do a brief overview of the history that we kind of have going with those guys. Some great things coming through that community, games, music, streams, and just good people, new tech, new little things, new day. This is gonna be great. So, I have this panel in here, right? Something like this. And I want something that's like this, that's tileable. Maybe I'll make more components to add on top of it, as I was talking about yesterday. I have like these type of things, like there's these latches, you can't really see. These latches right here. And also rails, chains, plates. We can do stuff like that relatively quickly. Which, why not, right? We're here, aren't we? Ha ha ha. On Power Block, Mint Potion, Nuren, Modeling. I'm Much a Rambler. Hello, Flippy Monkey. Welcome back to the show. But, you know, little things like that. These, like, you know, little pylons that have, like, lights. Like, maybe I'll just do, like, a light in 15 seconds. And let me make a new layer so that I can check them off as I go. How about I pick like a neutral color? So we'll start with this guy. This is pretty much a plane, and we can do like material tests, of course. Like, oh, if I have a base metal that I'm going to put on anything, or maybe some sort of composite of a little bit of grime and stuff like that. I'm not sure how well decals work in VR, but we're gonna find all of that out together. And I really want to make sure that I do it in a way that is engaging, intelligible, because that will give us all a better understanding of kind of what I'm looking for when I'm profiling shaders or looking at, you know, test scenes. I don't want to spoil too many of the surprises that are coming down the pipe with Nuren. If you are unfamiliar with this project, it is a VR rock opera, an attempt at a semi-interactive concept album. And on this stream, we will be developing the art and the experience itself. There have been streams in the past between Jake and Andrew, our programmer. They are, you know, what can I say? They're great. They got this thing off the ground, and I'm here to keep it in the sky. Excellent. But as you can see, most of my assets that I've chosen have kind of already been removed, and some of them kind of already exist, right? This panel has like the curve that I want, but I'm thinking like transparency probably isn't a good thing to do in VR. It's a higher complexity thing. Not super expensive, but it definitely isn't that cheap. It's probably worth my time if I interactively create. That's right, I turned on interactive creation. We're getting crazy. If you're familiar with, I can't even remember what programs actually did that originally. I want to say max, maybe? I don't know. It's just a feature, it's just a function. But these type of things, right? And building things in this scene now, these little bits of detail, are things that we can actually do, you know, now that we have other elements in. The scale's not exactly on, but if we have a compositor, like a full scene that is made up of these assets, we can export from the scene. When we do so, this grid right here will be the origin point that gets translated into the game engine as it imports that asset as a scene, or that scene as an asset, by selecting an object and going export this selection. I guess our first bit of detail were these green guys, and we made these ages ago. I don't know if they hold up. I kind of still like them. Oh, you're hiding from me. I was in here yesterday cleaning up these things. Oh, and those things. All right. Going through different shader, like objects, right? We can unwrap all of those things in here too. Let's do it. So I'm gonna take this guy, you're done. And I'm just gonna import from my assets that I need to unwrap, the conveyor arm mesh. Boom. This guy, look at this guy, it's so beautiful. And it's made up of a few parts. There's this part, that part, the next part, the other part, and the last part. Alright, we're gonna group. I have a center pivot button already set. These guys are gonna live over here in the neighborhood. But they also sit upon these tracks. You'll notice that the edges of this particular mesh are much more smooth. We did go through and kind of just double check our geometry and edge through all of our little maps, or edge through all of our shapes to make sure that we get the fidelity that we want from a distance. You are still a bit large for your britches, eh? Tough. Group, scale. But now if I scale it without centering, it could have disastrous results. But let's go look at my concept to get an idea of these guys. Kind of have a pretty good reach if they're sitting on the edge, and notice they're also leaning forward into the assembly line. That's cool. I want to build that thing. It's more plated. It doesn't really line up with the design of maybe this guy so much. Closer to that guy, meh. But the plates definitely align more with this style, right? And I want to do another variant of this as well. Because why not, right? Hey Tukart, welcome to the stream. I just noticed your chat. I have my little chat window down here. Hopefully you enjoyed the strange honky-tonk like piano accompaniment by one of my favorite SoundCloud artists, who has hundreds of songs up, just archivists to the core. So that looks pretty good. So I want to actually duplicate this thing in a special way, let's say down the line, but just do an instance of it to get an idea of like, oh, well, there's a bunch of these or whatever, and we can use that to place across these plates. Or do I really want to do that? That's not important. Let's get back to this panel thing. So this basic shape, right? It's kind of this tapered block thing. We're going to, I guess I could just run these edges in, right? Oh, it's the hardest 3D model I've ever had to make. Done. No, well, it's close to done, isn't it? It's close to done. But as I've said in the past, that doesn't quite do anything for me. That's not what I like. That's not what I love. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm here for. It's not what I came for. It's not what I'm playing for. That looks a bit better. Undo. Step back. Keep stepping. keep back and keep your butt on the back end. Because I feel like this is more in the domain, right? And by that I mean, maybe I'll insert an edge. What is this, offset? I'm curious. That's cool. It's not what I wanted at all. Okay. So what if I insert an edge and offset it? Oh, why are you making something so simple, so complicated? These are questions anyone could ask. If you have any questions, let me know. Are you guys worried about the reputation of this project at all? Personally, I am just concerned with achieving, you know, the vision of the project and beyond that. I think that, you know, I don't really know much about the reputation of the project. I don't manage that community, and in a lot of ways I inherited this as kind of being a part of this project called Mint Potion. And so, for the most part, you know, the reputation of a Kickstarter product doesn't particularly concern me, whether it's mine or anyone else's. I mean, the pledge to, you know, see this thing be built because I want this to exist is not the same as a product guarantee by any means. We're going to do our best to get it done with the resources that we have. And I think that realistically, with the, you know, amount of funding that was raised for this project, it's going to, you know, when you have a lot of, you know, when you have a lot of time in place of the money, that requires a lot of the personnel and overhead management. That type of thing doesn't really, you know, that doesn't really balance out in an even way. I've backed a couple Kickstarter projects myself, and those things, you know, they're delayed. They're, you know, they want to get, a lot of times, like more recently, I wouldn't say in the period of Nuren, I didn't hear about this project during its Kickstarter life cycle, but we want a when you're promoting a game in this hyper-saturated environment that we call the indie sphere, you're going to have to like kind of bet against yourself in a lot of ways to get people interested in it, to get people's attention in this world. For one, another thing is, you know, when I first like came across this product, when I had my first meeting with the people here who are on Nuren, I was like, oh well, so this is like, you know, 3-4 times, you know, you're gonna need so much more money. You're gonna need 4 times the amount to get this done quickly in a reasonable amount of time, right? And so, since the budget that we have time-wise, you know, is, you know, we're not, like, I don't know what the agreed, you know, this will be out in a year, thank you for your cash kind of thing. I don't think that was really discussed in the past. But if you are a supporter, I mean, I'm here to show you that I'm working on it, even at the smallest kind of steps. Because honestly, if you look at the budget that this game raised, that means that it's going to cost way more in time. A regular production like this, I mean, if you think of a director for a VR project, they would probably make that amount of money in a year, about $70,000 to $80,000. And let's call it 60 on the low end for any developer involved. With a team of, I would say, 10, you know, you can probably get it done in a year. Now, let's add to that the amount of money that Kickstarter gets from Kickstarter and Amazon get from hosting and vending the project, right? Hey, that's a good idea. I think the reputation is being built. Yeah. But I definitely want to talk about it. I mean, like, tell me your concerns. We're at a stage, especially, you know, if you're a backer, if you're just watching the stream, like, you have my attention, you know. I want to deliver it in the best state possible, and if I can't do that with a budget, then I'm going to do that with my time. It's, you know, that is the promise. That is the endeavor. I want this thing to exist as well. And so let's make it as good as we can with the tools that we have. And, you know, this is the I mean, I don't know. Let's see. This is a budget version of Maya. We have 2 VR, like 2 HTC Vives in the building. Jake, of course, is going to be using his time to get the music in. And also, we're coordinating with these other directors who are part of the program. But then, you know, right now we're kind of re-prototyping. I think the demo itself didn't really convey the whole experience. There's a lot more to this that we want to do, and we're in a position at the studio to take it there, you know. I definitely understand. Oh, thank you for understanding. Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting that. Actually, I think I came onto this project or heard about it in February of 2016. And there were, of course, many other things going on. But thank you, of course, if you are a backer, for your patience, and for having faith in us, you know. I'm friends with a few indies, you know. If you watch our hosted channels, Hyperkinetic Studio is also developing a Kickstarter back game where, like, you also have to keep the lights on, and they have a team of over 10 people. You know, that's not including rent, and that's not including whatever other licenses that you need monthly for software. Creative Cloud is going to be, you know, Creative Cloud and Maya together are probably going to be about $150. And you would think that, okay, well, if I realistically budgeted out this project, what are the chances that I can get $500,000? You know, I would rather that I have something to start with so that I can use that as a resource to get there. I think that's what crowdfunding is about. It's not a crowd pre-ordering system. And I kind of want people to, I guess, just keep that in mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's definitely worried. I really, I mean, OmniQ, whichever is correct, let me know. Just let me know, like, what is an appropriate, I guess, response in this situation, you know? Because, like, you know, indies are becoming companies, we can say, right? They have the aspiration to be full-on AAA, you know, budget-making companies. The song is so hilarious. Okay, Dominique, wonderful. Welcome to the stream. So yes, but I mean, like, any indie game on Kickstarter aspires to make the best thing possible, and how they work those resources to get there. I mean, I can tell you that some companies need additional funding, you know, unless they're a super small team and they have a very controlled scope. I mean, for Nuren, we don't actually have a lot of planned interaction. It is a VR sound visualizer that, you know, at some level is kind of, you know, is kind of canned. What did I press? Okay. Someone has a pencil. I had a pencil. Is it me? Wait a minute. This belongs to Chris. Anyway. But yeah. So I came in to make it happen. I'd just come from another Unreal job, and they're like, can you help us with this? I said, sure. What do we have? And we kind of worked it down to, okay, we have our demo, and we have some concept artists that are on call, and music that is on the way. If you watched Power Block previously, music has been developed for this game. Jake is also, you know, he can't live off of Kickstarter money, right? So he's also working contracts, and so do I. I work outside jobs as well, just so I can get a chicken sandwich from time to time. So yeah, thank you guys for being understanding. If you are a Kickstarter backer, please yell at me, or yell at Mint Potion, yell at the wall. We are doing everything we can. We're here for you. And, you know, that's why this stream exists. That's why we put this place together. I can guarantee personally that there was not a significant amount, if any, Kickstarter money to set up our studio. If anything, maybe to help us pay a power bill in a pinch. But we have other forms of income and really just managing resources. It's the fast, quick and good triangle, I guess you might say. So yeah, those are those little panel guys. I think I might even adjust their profile a little bit more, just because I have that extra detail to play with. Maybe not. I don't know. That kind of looks good. Anyway, basic shapes. So that kind of stuff I've obviously been avoiding for, you know, because it's simple. Because this was not simple. If you were here from the beginning, this took me forever. But it looks so pretty. Anyway. So please enjoy the dulcet tunes of Susan Maskin, who I guess just sits down, you know, and records a jam and uploads it to SoundCloud every day. Some 600 tracks. It's very musical. Pencils, a song for children. I came up with this song called Pencils. It's about pencils. Let me know what you think of the music. If you don't like it, I'll change it. Post a link in the chat. I'm looking for indie music because I'm trying to have basically I'm trying to keep my YouTube uploads from these streams from being claimed, copyright claimed. That way people can hear what I'm talking about if I say anything that's actually relevant ever. And also listen to some neat music. I try to refresh the stream from time to time. Welcome to Mint Potion. This is Power Block. My name's Ben. I'm doing some prototype and pipeline development work for Nuren, which basically means let's try a bunch of stuff out and see how it looks and figure out how we can do it more efficiently when we get there. So that looks pretty good. Where's my next? I need like a canister, I think. There's like a weird light bulb like these guys. Those look kind of cool. Let's make one of those. Alright. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a cylinder out of a box, because I want some of this detail from the sides. Know what I mean? Unspecified individual can send a link. Yeah, so if this music is not pleasing to you, please send me a song and I will mix in your request. Just, you know, send a link in the chat. I haven't had any reason for chat to be abused or, you know, limited in what's the word? What's the thing? Privileges. There's no reason to suspend chat privileges generally on this channel, and that's one thing I'm really surprised and partially proud of. Because you know, helpful and polite people seem to be all over the internet. They just don't show up in the news, just like in real life. Go figure. Maybe I'll do a mesh smooth. I mean, classical music can be distracted to listen to. But yeah, anything that you want to share with, you know, people in chat. I have no idea how many people are here. But yeah, you know, unspecified individual. This is just my contribution. I want you guys to check out this mysterious Brooklyn piano player who improvises children's songs, I reckon. This is weird. But I don't know, definitely check out this artist. Big deal, big deal. Somebody who's paying $7 a month to upload as many tracks as they want with only 70 followers. I mean, this is good. SoundCloud.com/u/tracks. Unspecified individual. You may, if I go to this link, it will go to my SoundCloud account. And I like my tracks just as much as the next guy, but that's how PHP works. See? Look at these tracks. Yay. We can listen to some of my music as well. I do like SoundCloud. I try to have a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of fun, a little humor. Smooth polygons. No, that's not looking pretty. That's an egg. We've made an egg. We've egged this up. There's a way around this. I'm going to bevel all the edges. Right? Because I'm making a can. So in order to preserve, in order to keep that shape, I want to do that. Amazing! A mesh smooth. And that goes a long way. Let's do it again. Sweet. Alright, so let's also do, can I go through the history of my box? And maybe, let's see, yeah, input shape. I can probably even get 2 subdivisions across the whole thing, right? And the reason why I would want to do this, if I select the edges as loops, that, whoa, if that's even humanly possible, we're just gonna run with it, just like Susan. Thanks, man. Take care. Unspecified individual tracks. Appreciate it. How many versions of pencils can this person? Okay, it's like, does that even count now? You made up one song. You played like 5 versions of it, Susan. Come on. Unspecified individual from New Zealand. Excellent. All right, check it out. Try to start from the top. Good luck. Good God. Sweet. But yeah, if you give me permission to play your songs, then it'll show up in our VODs. You can check out our archives over on YouTube. You can also press that button because Twitch kind of cycles us out. We don't make highlights every day. We have all different kind of streams though showing up. I want to make this a little bit more, what's the word? But yo, please provide feedback and comments. I guess that's also my job. Whoa, what the? Thinking this over. I just get rid of this. Just mute that. Like, that's not how this works, dog. Yes, I know I could have started with a cylinder. There's a cylinder object. Oh, this is pretty fresh. What are your influences, unspecified individual? And tell me about the origin of your name. Was that indecision, or perhaps something I don't know, just like conveniently not taken. I like to say, right? Oh, nobody thought of unspecified individual on SoundCloud. All right. I also am all about my username. This line reminds me of a little bit of Arca. It's like the melodic points kind of coming out. I know I'm gonna refer to Arca a lot if you hang around. It's like a very important, it's just a very important album or collection to come around. We should get chat to submit the contents of our lame ticker thing. That's pretty good working music though. I want to go into soft selection. Soft selection is going to give me an opportunity to make my adjustments to a group of pixels at once. So I have that one selected, and they will all kind of move up. And that'll make this end of this bow just a bit, right? How cool is that? It's like the polygons are so stretchy. That's exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm like, we're making cans, and so they have like this kind of softened top, right? This guy. Same with this. These are the same type of thing. And then they have like some kind of inlay, like a hand, like a parade wave. If you're a float queen, that will have either a second material or a light or something like that in there. Probably both. I don't know if static light. Why not? Probably not. I don't know, because we want stuff to glow in flash. If you did see the Nuren Kickstarter page or a trailer or demo, then you will have seen some of these effects. Looking great. Do. Whoa, cool introduction. Tell me about your workflow and tool sets. What do you prefer? There's an interesting, I wouldn't say craze exactly, but culture maybe? I don't know. Almost, I wouldn't say, not even fad. There's a style. there's a bunch of people using analog hardware is incredibly popular right now. Buying a synthesizer and wrestling with it instead of using software. Let's turn this up a little bit. You definitely make human music. Yeah, you're definitely on it, working it. Let's follow this individual. I have no fear. The photo of this unspecified individual kind of reminds me of like Kenny Siegel or Ill Gates type of thing. Cool. What's going on? Alright. Do. That's right. Are you interested in the dark arts, Robert Altergag England?
No.
What? Oh. Oh, maybe if I keep the underside there and do something with it, we can actually make this a dual purpose operation. Yeah, let's do it. I'm thinking like beveling that edge, maybe getting like a little bit sharper of an edge. And maybe like I take this thing, I deselect those things, and I can shrink the selection, which is pretty cool, right? I can move this inside to create more of the cone. And then maybe like kind of like I did before, like a bubble out these vertices with a soft selection. So I have to double click my select tool over here, enable soft selection again, but I want the fall off radius to be much smaller. Yeah, because I only want to really affect like there, not even that many guys, like 0.0023. Oh crap! Everything's fine. This slider just isn't very accurate. Can I make it fall off a bit more steeply? So you can get a preview of what we're going to select. That's close to kind of what I have in mind. But no, it's not close enough. Really. Can I edit this thing? I mean, maybe it would be easier to like just cut off the fall off like that, than trying to get all accurate with my fall off curve, right? Right. Come here. There we go. So I'm just taking that intensity. I want to bubble out the bottom a bit, and then that'll be like the shell. I turn soft selection off to kind of regain some of that detail. It's a bit pointy. Fun fact, I can't see in 3 dimensions. Ill Gates is a huge compliment. Thank you. I know a producer or two, I think. I also am into the making of electronic stuff. But I can tell that you're definitely like I can tell your music is worked. You know, you are not unlike me, my friend. You want to do enough so that you can keep doing it. And that, of course, the territory comes with doing a bunch of stuff that either you don't like or sucks or whatever. I'm not your dad, but that's, you know, life lessons. Cool. So now it's also like a flashlight. I'm sure we can do something with that. Woo! Alright. I think we're gonna go nuts with soft selection today. And for this front thing, yeah? Or front thing. For this feature, right? This like my parade wave. Similar type of technique, huh? We do lots of 3D modeling here. But it's something that kind of serves both of these purposes. Like, oh, this is the backside? Oh, so this thing's got more of like a tilt to it. Okay, I guess that's cool. The base, don't think about the base. Whoa. That's very well produced. Very high dynamic range in your audio production. I'm into it. I want to learn your techniques too. Do you stream your work? Okay. I've never done the fiber thing. It sounds good though. Tell me about your workflow. Tell chat. Like, let us all in on your top techniques. I want to know about your secrets. I mean, how am I supposed to get better as a producer Oh, that's cool stuff. What would you recommend? I can only offer 3D modeling advice at the moment. I've done a couple of beat making streams on Powerblock, but lately I've been doing more mixing for friends and family. I don't like that adjustment. Where am I going? Where is my clue? Oh, I was actually headed the right direction. Boo! Okay. Watch lots. Do you have a channel that you're particularly like, that you swear by, you know? Like, I don't know, DJ Tech Tools or something like that. Listen to Mad Zach tell you about how to get that sound. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, that's a really good way to go, especially for this like style of music, right? Because there's a lot of life here in this sphere. Bill Tom Cosm. Do you hang out in like the future music or future beats subreddit by chance? It's really hard to break into those circles, right? I really like Jemba Jemba and Great Dane. I'm a big Team Supremer. I'm from the area. I've been watching those guys come up for a long time. Layers are crucial. Yeah, definitely getting really sweet sound. What I find that really makes this stuff like really pop is these dynamics. Like if you look at the waveforms, right? Just like even on SoundCloud, you can see there is these large, you know, this big amplitude, large focal points. It's a design curve. You don't see like a brick wall anywhere on your profile. This is, you know, loud the whole way through. Everything's super compressed. And that's a difficult way to get people's attention, you know? Or, you know, so like, I mean, I'm into it, whatever. But I can't really stick with a genre. I mean, I guess I make a lot of hip-hop stuff. But, you know, just make what inspires us to. And you seem to be doing something similar. We should talk. What other creatives are in the Chataverse today? We can keep digging to this guy's music, unspecified individual. Well, this unspecified individual's music. Don't allow me to assume your gender assignment or expression or whatever. Because you are just a username to me, a username that produces electronic music that's pretty good, actually. So, whoa, chat, where am I going? Here we go. So this is more of a highlight, I think. Maybe I'll put a little bit of a glow and bobble there, but I'm just gonna tuck this dude in for the night. I don't know. I'm inspired by lots of music. Maybe if Dominique's still around, I could hear more about like what they're into. Me myself come from an interesting school. Can the scale tool? Can I scale through? Yeah. No. Turn off prevent negative scale. Yeah. Look at that. It's a miracle. What a useful thing, right? So now I can actually increase that awkward angle that I've introduced. But yeah, all sorts of styles. Okay, cunning. Ooh, what's this about? A drummer for 10 years. Oh, dang. If you come by on Tuesdays, we have a killer drummer. I'm a crappy drummer. And Robbie's probably better than I am, even though he doesn't practice. That's like how not good I am. You might see him. But we got instruments in the building. We are indeed, you know, the funny thing is we're doing games and that, but we're a very much music production studio. During our flagship event, Small Window, expect to see Jake get super crazy producing all styles of music. He's a composer, a near and dear founder and friend of us here. I mean, working on all kinds of sweet stuff, which I'm trying to determine which I'm at liberty to speak of, but, you know, not the least of which being the new Shovel Knight expansion. He's the composer for Shovel Knight and Shantae and like 80 other games. Check out the dude's wiki. Hip hop is huge for me. Makes my brain just kind of calm down. But I'll try any type of music. I'll try making it if I can. I've been into like, I don't even know what to call it. I guess it's this weird like rock-ish music. Like, have you heard of Idiot Glee or let's see. I'm trying to think of other kind of bands that are in this strange domain. I'm not sure. I'm so bad at keeping track. I just let the internet do it for me, you know what I mean? My brain is in the cloud. My sister's got a radio show in New Jersey. Night or so a week, Wednesday nights. Last night, I missed it. Crap. I wonder if it's cool for me to play that. Is that like fair use? Like, they have it for free in their, you know, media player on their website. Core difference being they wouldn't get the metrics, but it's like they're a radio show. They don't get metrics anyway. Do they? Nuren's going pretty well. We have our tech finally set up in the other room. I have another dev kit to set up in this room. I would say the music is almost halfway done, and then we can start finishing the choreography and planning. I still need to update our source code. There's definitely going to be more kind of art free throws, but there's a lot of visual elements, and so I'm glad you dig this progress of this level. For me, it's been kind of slow going. Most of the work that you see me doing on it is on the stream. So I'm pretty much starting off where I left off yesterday, and we're talking, you know, 3-ish hours at a time, proceeding to other projects that are internal to this building, like getting ready for the next season of show. Let's see. This is kind of neat. It doesn't quite have the everything that I want out of it, but it does satisfy this need and that need. I think maybe if I were to pinch it in a bit, but dude, we're doing pretty good, man. I think I really need to show you guys the tech as soon as I get the updated version of our tool set. Basically, they're custom Unreal Engine blueprint modules. Like, first of all, they opened up Unreal Engine's source, so people have been making like rapid modifications to it, and it's way better than it has been in the past when it's been a very closed code ecosystem. And sorry, I'm starting to fall in love with this weird shape. Anyway, let's get my smoothing groups on. I think things will definitely lock into place after I have like a good demonstration of kind of what we can do. Just in terms of like scene complexity and transitioning from area to area, and getting it to run like butter. It is for that reason that we are not going to update to any super high-end graphics cards. Also, the experience itself doesn't necessarily have to be set in VR, but I do have to test all of those platforms. And I want to prototype out a semi-interactive kind of like system, you know? You're at the spot where you return to level design and creating new backgrounds. You guys, if you don't know, and if I may say, we also host Tukart, who's working on his game, Succubus Sisters, which is pretty cool looking. I think it's crazy how industrious this dude is. I'm very much impressed by the drive and tenacity, really, of this project. I think it'll come together quite nicely. Full disclosure, we are kind of trying to help, but I don't want to say how. I don't want to ruin the surprise, if you don't mind me not ruining the surprise. But I'm excited about that. Yeah, you're totally going for that Arca thing. Unspecified, I hear that. I don't know what that synth is, but like that kind of like burning like FM string kind of sound. Yeah, it's nice. Sorry, I'm losing track of my mesh display. That's what I want. Set the normal angle. Something just generally safe. Oh, that's a bit harder than I wanted. Make it softer. Yeah. Sweet. Close. This song? Are you talking about the Arca song? This is Cardboard on the Bottom of My Shoes. We're listening to music by Unspecified Individual. Welcome to Mint Potion. If you are new to the stream, we listen to your music on Powerblock. In my sessions of Powerblock, I like to listen to what you guys like. I like to listen to, goodness, I don't know, random people that you might not have heard of that are from my weird SoundCloud adventures. Be part of my weird SoundCloud adventures. Also, Bandcamp is totally fine. Well, you know, but let's talk about your music. Let's talk about what you're making while we're making, or I'm making, whatever. I'm not making chiptunes. I kind of wish I was. I kind of wish I was better at it. I started a small series on Family Tracker to kind of as a precursor to Jake's streams during the Shovel Knight development, which is like coming to a close, you know? Like Shovel Knight, that is like ready to go, okay? There's no more time left. That game is going to be shipping very shortly. Cause that thing's gotta come out for that new Nintendo console y'all heard about. So look, we got our like little light trash can over here, whatever that is. How cool are you? Look at that, yeah. So there's some over here, some over there. I should definitely, you know, what do I put like a plane or something? What do you want from me? I don't even know where the plane button is. I'm looking for just a plane button. Yeah. Nuren's going alright. I think it's gonna be slow, sluggish. I think if I work at this rate, I'll probably have to double up. We're talking maybe 7 hours a day, 6 days a week. We can probably get there in a year or less. Definitely. Definitely before, like 10 months, I would say, considering that it's already February. Depending on, you know, that's like the low end estimate, I would say. Remember, any estimate that you make, you want to like multiply by a certain thing. But let's talk about the maybe estimated time to produce from when the project was announced. Which, I can't remember when that was. Let's have a look at Nuren's Kickstarter page. Yeah. Oh yeah. Jesse Celia, Jake Kaufman. When did they do this though? Give me the world's first virtual reality rock opera. How about like, can I find like the first update? So here's August 10th, 2016. The project was launched February 14th, 2015. Okay, cool. So if it was to go from February to April, that is a 14-month cycle. Let's multiply that by basically pi. And I think that'll be more accurate, including from this period. Going in with a good plan is a good idea. The demo for Nuren was definitely... Wait, there are stretch goals? Oh god, I don't even want to know. Anyway, the demo for Nuren was produced very quickly, but to great effect. And this is taking that production to the next level. This is what I'm here for. Oh, you're definitely, speaking of FM, but you're FM around with some interesting techniques that are largely kind of out of my purview. Like, I couldn't really nail that stuff down. I definitely go for the more, do I like it yet approach. And that probably makes it difficult to tell people how I go about things. And I imagine a lot of people do that. Hey, that looks pretty much like I want it to look. Let's check the charts. Yeah, because that's also the back of this guy. Yeah. And then how's that look? Yeah, it's close enough. Alright, how many more of these interesting details do I have? So that guy's done. I'm gonna brush out. Yeah! What else you got? These guys are done. Yeah! I need some grates, which is kind of busy work. Grates and plates. I got plates on grates. Which looks like a box. What? Right? It's a box, and then like if I take this face of this box, it kind of like comes in. I feel pretty fine about doing all this 3D. It's been a while since I really dug into it. I'm getting faster. I feel weird in the 3D modeling category, because there are people who come into chat who are just like, you suck! I mean, do it again! I mean, I'm sorry! And it only takes a slight reminder that I don't know you, as Bobby Hill would say, to get a little bit of that humanity back. But my comfort with this set of software is only a matter of marketing. Oh, okay. Well, I have to sink into it. I don't know if me talking for the next hour and a half is completely necessary. And it'll definitely take a couple listens, but I'm definitely into this, dude. So much so, I think, I don't know, I haven't even like hearted any tracks. Yeah, dude, I've slept on this. I am too busy trying to talk. But this is like, I don't know, I love all the weird dimensions of music. It's so good. Well, if you stick around, I might take a break soon. I don't know if I have a second on me. But I definitely want to, Oh, let's see, I have a notification. Is it from you? It is, yeah! Thank you. I just need to upload something. It's been like 8 months since I put anything new on SoundCloud. Because I've been 3D modeling and working at Mint Potion. Trying to get that pint motion. Alright. So there's that track. I'm gonna go to edge mode and bevel and start to mess up my wonderful mesh work. I'm gonna do the same thing for you guys. What is this? What is this? To edge loop. Bevel. Whoa! But the music definitely fits the atmosphere, I think, of this game. At least in my mind. I'm not the composer or anything. Oh, sure thing. I message on SoundCloud, like, very readily, like, often. Will sustain conversations, in some cases over years, over SoundCloud. I don't know how that happened, but it's totally reasonable to me. Go figure. Like, this is one of those moments where I have to debate whether it's necessary to, like, put down these tiles, right? Because what we might have done back in the day was like, oh, we have these modules for this scene, right? Hold on a sec. Did I move this? Did I duplicate this? Am I doing this right? No, I didn't. Duplicate it before I move it. So what I can do, because when I'm in the engine, this type of thing is not going to matter, is adjust the scale of this guy, right? Like, the UVs will be relatively the same. I have an interesting looking rail that's already mapped. It's a mesh that's pretty much already in memory. It's just instantiated with these interesting transformations. I will move this guy over to there, I think, as an example. And that looks pretty cool, right? Yes, of course it does. All right, cool. Let's move it about the offset that I like. I like that. Dope. Do it again. What does that do? Yay, look, we've made a rail. What do I win? Ladies and gentlemen, that is how video games are made. Thank you for watching. I'm just kidding. Yes, I will certainly whisper a message you, though. So yes, and also that little bit that I did there with this thing, kind of putting a notch under what would otherwise be a plate. It really just is a measure to keep my, it's not just a matter of pixel density, but also, like, yeah, I have about the same mesh detail across the board, right? Like, this isn't really much more detailed than that, even at its closest stage, but I'm probably looking at it from a million miles away. I'm using smoothing groups a lot to imply more detail than I care to model. Because those are the things that are going to reflect to the edges of the glowing surfaces and lights from there on in. Oh, I do need to stand up for just a second, though, if you will allow me to do so. I just, had a weird start to the morning. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What do you mean, morning? I can't believe it's already 4. I need a runtime bot. I need Couchbot to not suck. Sorry. Give me just a second, I'll be right with you.
Let's go. Brothers and sisters. Let's go.
You know what it is. Yes, I do.
Oh no, oh no, no.
Now, here comes the music.
Let's go. Itchy.
Alpha Centauri.
This Mike over here? Jim, John, Mike, Steve? Who's in chat right now? Let's have a look. Is this even how this computer works? Look at all these computers. Just time stamping, dark moding. Don't show moderation actions. I can't adjust that right now. Who's home? Viewer lists. I'm pressing it. Nuren, 3D modeling for that game dev power block. Whoa, there are many unknowns and a couple knowns, and few. Well, I'd say maybe only 2 regulars. Wow. You guys are all so new. You're listening to the sweet tunes of a certain unspecified individual. Oh my. 1966. The year I was born. I mean, the year my mom was born. I'm not 50. Let's see. Alright. Let's return to the stream. Where are my sunglasses? Oh no! I found them. Oh yes! Alright. Welcome to Twitch Creative. We here at Amazon think that you should watch people do stuff. Is this Orwellian at all? Raise your hand. Alright. Hi. I'm back. Let's have a look at our scene here real quick and see kind of what I'm missing. I got these grates in and I got these planks in. I gotta figure out what to do for these things. This like weird raised border. You know, because there's a box that resides somewhere along this zone, right? And next to this guy, whoa, this is not confusing at all. Let's go to our side view of our scene so I can sort of kind of get that where I want. Whoa. That sort of aligns with our plane, sort of, kind of. Let's move it just this way, ever so slightly. And so, this is a bit long. This dude's got a lot of music, various techniques. New Perspective DJ mix, featuring a bunch of mixed DJs. Hey, it's that bearded sunglass sexy developer 3D modeling guy. Hey, expect greatness. Today I'm your 3D modeler guy. Tomorrow I will be your Unreal scripter guy. Maybe your 3D texturing guy. More like unwrapping your heart. So I'm gonna scale this cat down because this asset clearly repeats. And you know what? It looks like they're just little lit boxes that are on the tiny shelf. Like it just has things kind of coming from different sides, yeah? Like if there was perhaps, let's like make a little proto in here. What I'm doing, welcome back to Power Block, my name's Ben. I got the beard and sunglasses as suggested in the chat. These things are definitely true. I will be your guide through the art pipeline and basically set the standard for what I want Nuren to look like with higher production values than our demo. Just to do better and make it good is the goal of this operation. And I think I'm well on that way. Check me out. What's my name? Mint Potion. It's not my name. Oh man, I wish I can get like no emotions stuff on this stream. Is that wrong of me? Look at my mask, it's golden. What's my name? Mint potion. So there's this kind of like zone, right? I'll put an edge here. I'm gonna get this thing out of there. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Downloading something and can't watch. We'll be back later. Alright, Expecto. I expect to see you around. But I do appreciate the kind words. And just checking in. Gonna insert an edge loop right there. You know, I aspire to be the Bob Ross of 3D modeling. This is cool. What is this trap? What is this? Let's like just get that out there in the world. Shoot. Ooh. Want that edge back. So maybe like there's a light thing kind of going on in here. And then what appears to be pretty straightforward geometry, right? Just imagine a box rising. There we go. Good job, guys. It's so good. Alright. So these things are like not that complicated at all. They have a kind of like a pillowed sort of top. They have a division through the center. Like so. Which is about like that, right? How about I select the whole thing? I mean, really. So this type of shape, do you see what I'm seeing? I see it. I see it too. Let's just do the same thing here. Extrude this face, and we're good to go. And then I'll take a few of these edges and accentuate them a little bit. Like, I want this guy and this guy. Actually, I could probably get away with doing something like this. I've been thinking circles around my selection skill. So I want that. Except not you. I'm just gonna bevel that to a smaller extent. So I'm trying to avoid creating like this bottom face here, which this is one of those cases of I'm not gonna try and find a weird way to reuse this mesh. Let's just keep it cheap. And so this thing sits along this path, right? And maybe 3 or 4 of them can fit in a zone. Just gonna eyeball that. Put that kind of in the middle. And then like this, and we're good to go. So those are at least equidistant, and I can move the whole group over to zero that out. I guess this is the top or the back? Is this the top? Yeah. It's actually pretty close. Actually, that's pretty close. I haven't done the DJ thing in a minute. If I have a certain unspecified individual hanging out still in chat, let me know what you think of my bad mixes. Actually, don't listen to them. I'm sorry. Now that I think about it, your technique is far more measured than my sophomoric attempts toward making interesting music mashup type stuff. maybe things are easier than they seem. Let's bevel this edge. Yeah. So I can do kind of both. Cause this thing looks kind of flat, but I wanna add that slope. And so, I don't want to unwrap all of these elements, but you get the idea. I guess I could add those lights there, but there's no real reason to model them in as much as I'll just kind of have a cone or something. Delete that. Let's create that in the open. Oh, miracles do happen. I don't know if a cone's the right way to go. Oh wow, way cool. Wow. Listen, do you hear this? It's really nice. Do you have a list of the songs in this set? This fits right up into my zone. Is that an Arturia controller? I don't know, I'm just messing around. Thank you for joining me today in my 3D modeling adventure. My Let's Play of Maya 2016. Let's get like maybe 3 or 4 subdivisions. There we go. And do the same old thing with soft selection. Turn that down. Look, I have a light-like object. It's light-like. It's like light's light. But I don't need that many subdivisions. Now I've created an ugly wizard cap thing. That's why you don't mess with your deformer history. Alright, let's take this a couple steps back. Unless I use it all over the place, right? Then maybe that's not such a bad move. Who cares that it's 198 triangles? I will get more. There will be more triangles, folks. What can I do with these nubs? Show me your nubs. Whoa, what the? Oh, it's using soft selection still. Can't say I completely hate it. Let's turn that thing off. There we go. Where do you find these things? Who is that guy? How'd you do it? Really? Whoa. The coffee machine has been repaired. Which is lame because I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I love coffee. As much as the next computer sitter. But I have my coffee coming in for the drop. It's not a bad pun. What is this? Edge to edge loop. Soften, harden edge. I just think that looks better. Just like I would kind of do the same thing here. Whoa, go back. That's just what that's gonna look like. Maybe I'll do the same thing here. Makes it look like we all have a purpose and detail that is non-existent. And it's a UFO. It has been spotted. So that's super useful. That asset's pretty good to go. But it describes the scene a bit more, right? Of course it does. Let's make a bunch of them. I think each of these guys has like 3 light sources or something on it. Something on the side. Definitely something behind each of these guys. Just do it. See how it looks, right? Of course. They're like little speakers. Doesn't really follow my pixel density rule. So what? Identify? Like identify yourself, mortal? I like it. The only thing I'm probably kind of concerned or weirded out about is symmetry. It's just not great composition, you know what I mean? But also these lights exist kind of everywhere, you know what I mean? They're here and there. I know that on our in our concept art, we do have these kind of things sitting behind, halfway through the floor, shining away. This is the away symbol. Gang signs are spotted on Mint Potion from time to time, but it's not for anything reasonable. And just doing this as an example, really. It's -90 it looks like I want. Ooh. And I still haven't made my actual panels, but we're getting there. We're making all of the parts we need, right? Because we're going to snap a lot of this stuff together in the engine. I think the scale of things will definitely change as we get to the actual VR view. I'm actually less concerned about the direct scale, or like, making sure all of that feels right in VR as soon as possible, because it's not like I said, not a lot of planned interaction. It's like they're gonna be robots. Oh my god, robots. Yeah. Woo, go all the way! Excellent. And that's a detail, like that's kind of what I'm afraid of, right? Or afraid of. I fear nothing mortal. So I have just these meshes kind of kicking it there that you can't see. Right? But that's the whole point of this exercise. Let's move this guy over and kind of do the same thing. I'm gonna rotate you about 180 degrees. Just turn it around, you know. You're facing the wrong way, bro. Fine by me. We'll switch you back over. Alright, good. Hey. Split up that monotony with some robotany. I don't know. Might as well do the same thing here. Still got a texture, still got a rig. But why not have fun for a second? And listen to the buttery slickness. This mix is pretty good. So I'm using a shortcut for duplicate special, or duplicate with transform, which is using, you know, it's really useful for mechanical scenes, as you might be able to tell. So this guy, right? I like the idea of having 3 panels here. I can have a middle thing that's a bit more flexible. Oh, you know what a neat trick would be? Check this out. Let's combine these 2 guys real quick. And then make a face between them, right? Bridge. Maybe add something to that. Like, give me like, I don't know. Don't even really give me any divisions, so we'll deal with that later. Object mode. So now I can go and look at this face, and I can extract it, right? This guy. And so that means that I still have 2 objects. Face. I can delete that guy. And I can separate these guys. So is that this guy? Separate? Message that are not connected will stay not connected. And I'm gonna duplicate and transform this dude. Like so. Maybe I'll leave that gap there for effect. It looks like I'm gonna need 2 of these guys. Or something. Maybe it should be wider? I don't know. Maybe it should be more separated. But I see that and kind of go get a little weirded out, a little scared. I, you know, recognize what stupid little things actually are fearful of, and then do something about it and stop being afraid of stuff. Please. I'm watching you, chat. Thanks for watching me. Duplicate, transform. Sometimes I can't decide if I want to duplicate or transform. Why not both? Just land right where I need you. Just perfect. Alright. Because this whole assembly is going to exist on the other side as well. I imagine actually we would mirror that entire thing over there. Right? The answer is totally right, actually, and don't let no one tell you differently. Harden edge. Just want that thing to really appear like a block. A power block, if you will. Right? And from there, what do? You go get ramen for lunch. Or dinner. I'm not judging. You know, you just might need some kind of quick food at the end of the day. Cool. How many more of these assets do I have? I got you're done. You're done. This is new. This doesn't have any real definition, though I have an idea now based off of a previous kind of experiment. I think these panels can use some love, don't you? It's got this like, is it a rash? What is that? Oh, something happened to my, no wait, that's me. But clean geometry makes life so much easier. Oh man. Who comes up with this stuff? We're talking about 3D tools when I was up taking a break for a minute.
What's your name, son? You can say my name if you look hard enough. Come on now, what's your name? Don't you know my name? My name's Blue Boy. What do you think, Joe? Cartwheels? Sugar cubes. I think you're both been dropping that acid we've been hearing about. You've been dropping that acid.
I think for these guys, if I can get more symmetry on one side, that'll keep from people recognizing. Oh, wait, what's this all about? Oh, that's convenient. Let's keep going. Windows of various sizes, which I just want the frames of, really. I'm not sure.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Four major wars among great nations.
What did I put in there? You tell me. Great mix.
Never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberty or democratic justice.
That looks pretty narrow. Maybe they're taking things from one side to below. I don't know. Trying to rationalize this imaginary robot factory. It's a bit ridiculous. I feel like these things should be bigger and further away. Like this is the scale doesn't feel right. Like either this thing is closer or like it's not casting a shadow or anything, right? So if the ceilings were higher, then these things could be a bit more monstrous. And I don't quite understand this higher structure either. I can't remember the time that I set my coffee to brew, but I imagine it's closer than what? Oh wow, you like commented on exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. And this is kind of weird because it isn't like a realistic type of thing either. I guess we were talking about symmetry. But you know, I have like on this side, right, these kind of different size little nooks. And I think that that'll actually repeat really well down the line. Like it's not a particularly easy to perceive pattern. As a matter of fact, it appears to be equal, and that can have some cool effects. But what I want to do, I think, on the other side, right, is take those edges that I'm looping over, like definitely not this channel, right, because this is like this set is important, right? It kind of is like the weird grid network that makes up this series of surfaces. And so let's just like pop that out and squish it in, just as a smidge of acknowledgement for our troubles. I do want to kind of bring it down. There we go. So, you know, we can all agree. I think we can all agree that that is there. And also, I kind of like this idea. Maybe I'll take like this guy and his neighbors and expand upon that. Get buckles in here. That's kind of pleasing. So I'll bevel that and then take the faces from there and extrude those as well. Creating geometry out of thin air. That's kind of why, like, you know, anyone who's been watching me stream, like, this is supposed to be like a new game. Why are you like low polying everything? Like, you can add geometry all darn day. If it doesn't get your point across, it's just noise. And there's a weird happy accident for you. I don't particularly like these weird winged edges coming out, but maybe that's a detail I want to stick with. It's like, does it really counter the design? My whole point is it's not really noticeable. I'd rather do something else with that detail, you know? Yeah, we're going there. I'm just tinkering away. Carving out a little space for myself on twitch.tv/mintpotion. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining us. Blender's array modifier. Oh yeah. I'm sure I can do something equivalent, maybe as fast. I would love to learn Blender because that is a free tool. And I mean, hey, that ain't suck. But also, I'm in a weird comfort zone with this, you know. I'm at home. It's not just like knowing what the tool can do, but also that I don't know, that if something does come up, I know how to find the solution. I think that's the, I don't know what you would call that, like a sure sign of anything. But like, I really like, you know, I really like G to repeat function. I think also is in Blender. And you can change Blender's viewport navigation. Also, one cool thing about Blender is being able to type in your command, kind of like there are shortcuts for everything. You can be like, you know, R for rotate, X for the X-axis, and then you can type like, you know, the degrees along that axis that you would like to rotate. I think that's a really good feature for very, very precise operations, or at least like, I know I want this type of thing. Like it's, I guess the biggest virtue is the biggest pitfall for me in Blender is that there are seriously 50 ways to do everything. And good luck. If you learn a certain way, it kind of sticks with you, right? You're like, oh, I know that if I do this, I'll get that result. And I think that potentially has the worst kind of weight on any creative endeavor. But have you been using it long, Tenosis? And welcome to the chat. If you're new to this whole thing, we're Mint Potion. We make stuff or things. We used to have a theme song. We were thinking about making an intro video. We're trying to act like a weird PBS type of Twitch channel, creative. So feel free to support us. At the very least, if you are new to this channel, I would appreciate it greatly if you would follow us and maybe enable notifications. Now, that is not necessary, but everything helps. You know, any little thing you can do. Income or, you know, support through Patreon is really the farthest I want anybody to go. That's extreme. I'm going for that Twitch partnership. You guys, we're almost there. We're almost at 2,000 follows. This channel has been up for like almost a year. I did my first stream here on March 13th of last year. Or 31st? 28th? It was the end of March. We haven't even been doing this for a year. We're already almost in the oh yeah, definitely, if you include the add-ons. Yeah, but we've been at this for a year. We're already up to almost 2,000 follows. A few hundred, you know. I think our peak is like 240 concurrent viewers. I think our average is in the 60s. It's Thursday afternoon. We're having a regular old day. Let me see what you're talking about. I have chat in the small window below me. Small window is one of our our shows. You can check out our videos on YouTube. Where we do a variety show wherein our resident composer and music team, including Robbie and Jake, I do the other stuff, I guess, I don't know, produce a song in 6 hours, start to finish. That includes live sessions. Oh, Took, Mint Potion's birthday. Okay. I'm glad you asked. I actually have it written down on the whiteboard behind me. I think it's April 2nd? Even though the LLC, the charter, actually wasn't published then. I put it up here. Let me get up and look at the whiteboard. It is April 2nd. Wow, I got it in one shot. Let's call that Mint Potion's birthday. I think that's when we started doing test streams or something like that. Fun fact about April 2nd. In the United States, on April 2nd, I would say like 170 years ago, is when the Mint Act was passed. Or no, longer than that. It was before, anyway, the Mint Act is on April 2nd. And so I just, I think that should be Mint Potion's birthday. Because that's ridiculous. I think it's also fair. I think that's about the time that I came to meet even you two and a lot of our other regulars who have stuck with us since then. That doesn't seem unreasonable to me to say, yeah, April 2nd. So I talked to the guys. And I think that is when we will celebrate the 1-year anniversary of our channel. I would love for you to be there. I know some of you will be there. Or you'll be square. That's all you. But yes, in terms of Blender workflows, there's so many extensions. There's so many tools. It is so hard to nail down a thing that works for you because there's so many cool things to try. And at some level, a tool is a tool. If I have to use Blender for this game, I absolutely will. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I think I need to clean up this 20-sided face. And then I'll do something. Whoa! Detach components. No, sir. That's not what I want to do at all. Cool. Just making sure I keep my faces 4-sided. This is not a movie where you can have like a 200 million polygon object that just does stuff. Giga textures. 6 billion bones for every tooth that you can punch out of the face of the evil guy from that cartoon about the race that never seems to end. I don't know whether that makes me seem young or old, but I don't care, because I'm gonna age either way. This is like a ring modulation effect, like using a tremolo, getting tremolo out of ring modulation. It's one of my favorite sounds. I also like when people do like crazy like Nyquist sounding like super high-pitched distortion, like I think I think one of our videos got muted because I was showing off one of the songs. I think it's called Manzanita by come on, Asura, the Non-Projects label, another local music group, scene, production, something. I'm a firm believer in designing with the geometry that accidents have given me. Why not me? Oh, there's only one edge here? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. And this will you know, it's all design, as they say where I come from. And so now I have something resembling panels, something that catches light a little bit and breaks up just ever so slightly this edge. We're kind of getting there. Man, this is gonna be so much fun. When you're done and ready. My coffee has been sitting here forever. Is it possible to over steep coffee? Asking for a friend. I'm friends with myself, I'd like to say. Let's put that out there. Be friends with yourself. Except on social media, because people will think you're full of yourself. But if you're friends with yourself otherwise, that's okay. What if I like did this, and then did that, and then did like this? That's a cool look. That's an aight look. This face is a bit of a nightmare, but we have vertex connection for that, yo. That's cool. That looks cool. So, Took, let me know if that is a good enough response for you. I would say Mint Potion's official, unofficial birthday is April 2nd. Send us plans or ideas for like what we should do. What maybe you like about what we've streamed so far, and whether you'd like to see more of this, that, or the other thing. Or something, you know, if you don't want to see any of that at all, then, like, you know, wait and see what we come up with next. Because it's going to be cool. Still need to figure out what to put inside of this box. I think I might do some other operation to edit, like, make these internals slightly different since they all do kind of stand alone. Is this mix over? Oh, it was over ages ago. I'm gonna press my coffee. I think it's time. That's right. My sister got me this beautiful portable French press thing. Not to brag. Got it for Christmas. Not to brag about holidays or whatever. And I drink coffee like a psychopath that is hallucinating a global coffee shortage. Let's get, oh, 0. No, I want the plus button. So let's get down into here. So I have a little bit of this kind of stuff. It's these shiny bevels. You know, we want to like pretty much smooth out these faces across the board. But I want to separate them. So I haven't really decided what I want to put there. But we can smooth edges. I guess I could have done that without selecting all of those things. Let's go to contained edges. There we go. Right. So few faces, so little time. If I'm not seeing the corner of something, there's no reason that model should be actually detailed. Because it'll appear as a plane. Otherwise. What? But not here. And it's those little divisions, that's where, I don't know, those are details that count. Details count. And so, I imagine that that'll be similar to this. Use your imagination. The only thing that I cannot stand for or sit for is a number of hours and hurt my body. Hurt my body. See where that edge snaps, that hardness? The shadow from the camera light, from the scene light kind of pops in and out. That's basically the tool of low poly life. Because I can get both of those things. I can get a hard edge.
I know we haven't met, but it was in there, you know?
Right?
I mean, it's like we go through life.
Sweet.
With our antennas bouncing off one another, continuously running and autopilot.
Right.
With nothing really human required of us. Stop, go, walk here, drive there. All action basically for survival. All communication simply keep this ant colony buzzing along in an efficient, polite manner.
I wish I had applied those motions across the board. But hey, you know what? You can wish in one hand and you can vote with the other. And we'll see what happens first. How much paper you manage to acquire. It's time to stand up for what we believe in. Yeah, adding depth, having a different edge quality. I think that'll actually work out. I think we're on the road to something serious. Same thing that I want to do on the opposite side as well. I'm just kind of floating a little bit back and forth. I'm thinking about things that I like coffee. I keep forgetting to drink it. Even now, as I sit on Twitch, streaming like I have been doing so for so long, with one eye on the chat and the other eye on this microphone. I wonder how much better Twitch makes you at public speaking, and if they would add that to a course that you might take for the topic. I love it. Ship it. I guess this is my portfolio. That's pretty cool. That actually is pretty cool when you think about it like that. This edge just being all rogue. You cute son of a bitch. Get out of here. No. Are you a face? Are you my mother? Yep. And I know there's one on the other end. See if I can like zoom over to it like a edge selecting ninja. It's pretty close. What does he win, Bob? More fat beats. I'll take him to go. No, that could be a bit more exaggerated, huh? Well, like if I can't see it, right? Then what's the dang point? Do I feel I've gotten better at public speaking to Cart? I guess I'm more or I guess less, I'm not as self-conscious. I guess in general. I'll openly make mistakes. I don't know if I had much of an issue public speaking in the past. I did definitely, like when I was new to doing like open mics, I'd play guitar and go to cafes or go and kind of do music live, and I thought I would like kind of hide behind my instrument a lot, even if it was singing. Not really good at addressing a crowd, and I've been kind of watching a lot of lectures and learning techniques about that, actually. In this case, sunglasses help. You can't tell that I'm focusing on the screen as often as I am, but I mean, I should be. I'm not here to look at you in the eye on camera with my monobrow. Can I get used to seeing my face all the time? That's something you like are looking at. I'm looking at this weird image of my head. I have a monitor above or near my screen, so I can see how the stream looks if anything goes wrong, if everything is composed correctly. But I haven't actually tried speaking in public, like in that formal sense, right? Since I've started streaming, I definitely think I've gotten more comfortable in this position. I don't think that I'm any better of a personality, and I think I mean of the type that would be like I don't think I'm a much better interviewer. Like if I were to be on like some kind of like award show, red carpet type of event or something like that, I think that I would still pretty openly screw that up. And be awkward, because I'm very much awkward. I think. Is it awkward when you think you're awkward and you're not? Because I'm that. Let's see. I'm gonna group you together. Just kind of move you right along here. But I don't know, I definitely feel if practice is the medicine, if conversation is the medicine, then it's working. And the biggest hurdle to overcome is being productive while I feel like there's this pressure on me to perform. I think performing, like an exhibition in and of itself is pretty forgiving, because you have kind of a plan going into it most of the time, and with this type of presentation you can't afford to plan that much. Like small window takes about a week to a week and a half per show to produce a 6-hour stream. But if I'm comfortable sitting at my computer and knocking out some meshes, then we can go all day. I mean, you've been around for this type of exercise where Jake will just kick out some music and it'll be a 9-10 hour stream. Good luck getting that guy to slow down. What the heck is that about? Sorry. I didn't realize I'd move this thing up. I find myself swearing a lot less. Which is pretty great. I think that's, like I don't particularly mind curse words. I think that it's an effective and entertaining, colorful language is entertaining. but also not necessary. And if I stall too often, I mean that's boring. Actually, what also is boring is not discussing. I don't know. I'm so obsessed with like the humanities right now. It's ridiculous. Why aren't you doing what I expect you to do? There we go. Get down the road. All right. Let's put those guys there like they belong there. Like there was a plan to begin with. These guys, you don't belong. Who's that? Oh, I know who that is. Oh, hello. How's it going? Good. Care to join us? Of course not. We're making models for Nuren on mintpotion.tv. On twitch.mintpotion. How do you guys internet? I do it to drum and bass. Or something. I like to think I'm funny. That helps. I got a bunch of beard, like grooming stuff, beard care. Gotta break up that monotony. This is interesting. Is this in shader mode? I think I also modified this guy too. We should re-import that. Re-import everything. Like all of these archways are like, how about I leave these guys like the temps, right? Do they have like the panels on them? Good. Alright, so I'll get rid of these guys. Does that have like a certain length to it, or is that on a separate layer? That was eminently convenient. So let's import our replacement meshes. Nice to know you. I think unwrapping from the scene will be fun. I kind of just keep rearranging my workflow to worry about the presentation. But about public speaking, in short, yes, definitely. Practice makes better. That is just the way of the West. Operating honestly, you know, as, you know, just if you consider it like you're sitting at this weird, not Orwellian at all virtual desk, you'll be fine. There we go. That's kind of the only thing that weirds me out about it at this point. It's just the culture of exposure and content creation. And as a maker of the stuff, I'm not super heartbroken about it. But, you know, with the democratization of these technologies, there's just people who are more willing to put personal information and opinions out in the world that, you know, are just not prepared to do so. You know, how many times have you seen a YouTuber, you know, really change with this, you know, fame and industry and all this stuff, and how people aspire to do that instead of like be a doctor? And that's kind of the case with celebrity anyway. I mean, that's an invention and interesting conversation for another time, I suppose. But like, I consider things like that. I want to make a documentary about that internet, that net life, about those people who are in the public eye, more or less, but it's not in the way you expect, I guess. Or in the traditional way. I mean, those people are obviously, you know, by far, there are more of them. They are more well known than the traditional counterparts. And they also work very, very, very hard. A lot of them are really good people. I've been working in YouTube in and around what would be considered new media for a considerable period of time. And to that, what are you about? Hold on a sec. Explain yourself. Although I do like that distortion. This I can't say I approve of. Let's investigate. Oh, I guess I had this idea before. Well, we have a way to rectify this. I'll just go into the components. It rearranges the orientation of that transform. And slide that dude right down to size. But, yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. I tend to ramble. I listen to people speak all day. I listen to people on YouTube talk about various things often. And, the result is this awkward accent that's an amalgam of an amalgam of an amalgam of, it's just a collection of a collection. I don't know if I like that bulging anymore. I thought I would like it more, but it's not growing on me. Let's get that back in order and figure out if this is still here, because that confused the heck out of me. You bet your butt it is. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the purpose of the stream, the purpose of the studio is not to exalt the stream or Twitch, it's to let people know that we have an operation here, that, we do have some work to do. And we would love to show you how we do it. And this is that process, honestly. That looks kind of cool, actually. I can live with that. Actually, no, it's not extrude. Just push. Oh, actually extrude, because I need to preserve. I'm trying to get a copy of that edge you got. Hey, save me one of those faces. I could do something with that. As you can see, I'm actively going ridiculously off concept for no particular reason. I feel it is my duty, do as I say, you awkward components. There we go. It's my duty to express the details of this design using my technical skills. That is the nature. Because this rapping for nickels business isn't working. Is this much earlier music by the same guy? Get out of here. Yeah. Okay, check that out. What a way we have come. We've listened to a summary over the last who knows how long of an unspecified individual's uploads to SoundCloud. This track is 4 years old, okay? We started with something that was a week old, and look at how this, this output, has rolled out over time. Several times in a year. I imagine by the time we get to... maybe not. I do also curate a lot of my collection going back far enough. I don't even have something that's 6 years old on there anymore. But, that's kind of an interesting thing, is that you're Andy Warholing it. No, you have this archive. All right, we're creating so much data. I'm creating a vlog of, you know, some of my emotional, just explorations and thoughts while creating this piece of work. That's this weird VR game. I think that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. It's all of these collections, you know, social media posts and all of that. The ways that people spend their lives. How intriguing is that? I mean, is that a sign of a really accepting society or an extroverted society? I don't know. But I definitely appreciate the capacity to have this type of archive, this journal. You can find work or stupid words from 10 years ago. And I think a lot of people take the permanence of that very seriously, and I don't think that that's reasonable. Your reputation precedes you. But you have the opportunity to change that over time. Yeah. And not only do you have the opportunity to make those adjustments, but now there's like irrefutable, you know, proof. There's a pretty good case for, yeah, you were acting like a dumbass, and then you did this, and then, you know, I saw that Instagram where you saved all those puppies. You know, consider that. It's an interesting mechanism for distributing respect. And in what? The world is so diverse. How important is this endeavor? Am I going to solve a lot? Am I going to make a lot of lives better? The less than 1 million gamers who own VR headsets? No. I mean, I'll try. I'll give somebody more options. I'll get good experience. It'll enable me to do more and better things. To hopefully connect with more people. Hence the nature of Mint Potion. Enabling you to, you know, have an example and ask a good question. Listen to a crazy bearded sunglass having dude ramble about, I guess today we're talking about the impact of hyper-connected societies. I'm cool with that. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think about the proof. I'm not gonna go and like, oh well, you know, watch 200 hours of me making this giant purple factory and then give me a job. But that's what you should do, right? You're in it to win it. This is a business. We're here to make money. Think about that. And we are. I want to get a good contract that we can stream. That's a difficult thing to do in the entertainment industry, but God, what a thing to accomplish. Get some good work that we can show the process of, which is pretty darn deeply involved. And, you know, as a warm-up, we do have our adventures into Nuren, which doesn't suck. Maybe the most difficult thing for me, Tukar, is the drive-through attitude. If I'm not having a good day and I need to be doing this, I need to be on stream, right? That's the hardest. Because I don't think that people want to watch that struggle. I don't think that's compelling or entertaining. I don't think anyone's in the chat right now. I don't think anyone's watching the channel right now. I'm just sitting in an overlit desk at this point. And where is the value in that? I'm starting to get concerned about overlapping faces that could be showing up all over my scene. Like that. So, you know. But there are tools for that. We can clean up our mesh. Just knowing, oh no, that's fine. That looks right. So, but knowing that that's there drives me nuts, and I want to fight every single individual who disagrees with me. What is going on? Oh, cool. Hey, I'm an advocate for lurkers. I mean, why not? There's a lot of pressure to be super active socially. If you're not that type of person, then don't do it. Let's get on down and chill. Let's reincorporate those assets that we've been processing from the other scenes. Isn't there like an import reference? Okay, well in that case, whatever. Oh, whatever I do, group it. Yeah, import. I want to import all of my 2unwrap assets, except for this FBX, because that guy sucks. Oh, I can only choose one. I think, where's like handle arm? Is that the overhead one? Really needs to rename these better. Yeah. Oh, that's so metal. Excellent. I guess I could just do that and unpick stuff. You know, it's kind of like ice cream. There are way more flavors that you don't like, so it's easier to name them. That is how you select meshes efficiently. I think I know what's going on here. So these guys also need some kind of track to move on. It looks like really these are extensions of, like, if you can imagine like this type of thing. Oh, I can't select them because they're part of my mysterious background. But if there's more of these elbows, like they're just kind of all big blocking parts. Don't do what? Hey, what's up, Smelly Orc? Schmelly? Oh, yeah, just don't. A lot of pressure to have like or I don't even know if have is the right word, but like to project a presence. Right? That's something I think we should be comfortable in editing in terms of our identities. Is how much we want to be involved, right? Because a lot of what makes me real, a lot of what makes you real, is the fact that you think I'm real. That you can put a name on that bearded sunglasses guy. Hi, my name is Ben, also known as Angry Crow. Google me, what's up? And you can see what Ben is up to and what I've been doing. I find that story that is illustrated by others is a lot stronger of an identity than you can ever make for yourself. And there's a conflict there of like what, you know, why I lurk is to avoid being becoming a brand. Okay. So let's get our original guy up in here. Looks like these are not positioned super well, but you know, it's like a dog show. This is the order I want them in. So we can match and vary and repeat. Oh boy. People though, you know, we got lives to live. People have different goals. So do what makes you happy as long as you don't hurt people. That's an old idea, right? Don't hurt people, come on. What are you doing hurting people, you people hurters? I'm just taking this out of proportion, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. Why does it seem like it just doesn't fit? I have to make some adjustments. Or at least make sure that it sits on one side, right? Let's get rid of that scale. Because I did model this to fit closely into that. Oh, and this kind of sits on top of that. Hey, alright. Keep it going full steam. Mint potion, we're never in a rush. That's not to be confused with the sprint motion. I should get into beat poetry. I've tried it once or twice on the stream. Do something that you're completely uncomfortable with. That means rapping in your car. And look at this thing orthographically, you know what I'm saying? How many polygons are in this scene? If I select everything, 151,000. This is child's play. That's actually good. I want to maybe triple that. Here we are. Let's shoot it up to about 500,000. And that will not be by way of smoothing, but by detail. I mean, I think 500,000 is a pretty good target, especially for this type of thing. Also, there's a lot of stuff missing, but you know, that's kind of why I was cutting down these guys so far, right? This is 1,600 tries, right? If I group and dupe these dudes, then I can get, oh yeah, another whatever, 20,000 triangles, right? So this is what that life is about. This is what figuring out what I want to do with this art is about. Let's get rid of all those. At a certain scale, right? If I have all the batteries, you know, from the top of the level, like in place, like those needs to, you guys need to be replaced. You need to go. Or I could just replace the one that I did. Right, but with enough replicas, really quickly you're gonna run out of all these extra triangles, right? Like this guy. 480 triangles, 500 triangles. If I can get a lot of detail out of a bunch of different low poly meshes and play with them, especially with the number of meshes I'm allowed these days with our modern computers, with your super sweet gaming rig, which I don't even like this thing anymore. That's a problem.